Have they got a few hours to spare?
Tonight we have a change of style. Well, it's folks, a different kind of do.
We've cut my usual eloquent, articulate, smooth and polished speech.
That'll save an hour or two.
If we speak quite quickly and get it over with, we can all go off and enjoy ourselves at the house of Peter Smith.
You want to... Pause for laughter. You want to rush my masterpiece, my Mathalama poem, especially for our two good friends as they make their way
Back home!
Back home. Keep your hair on. There's no need for you to shout. Steve, where's the barrels of oil?
We're all sold out!
What? No barrels of oil? How can this be so?
Now, most of you know very well. To you, it's nothing new, but for those of you who are still confused, here's a clue or two.
One arrived 5 years ago. The other came much later. But each has spent their office time as a bill impersonator.
Their homes may be worlds apart, but their roots are just the same. I'm not going to say any more of this line till we get rid of that flame. Well, we wanted to do the traditional thing and give the usual stuff.
The caricatures, we've got those, right?
We didn't have enough. You see, the kitty's kind of small this time, so we've been somewhat thrifty.
Exactly how much did we raise?
Exactly?
Yeah.
10 reals 50. But Steve's been so resourceful, he doesn't need the shops. He's ground some old recycled oil from a guy in Bakerlow.
And he got those nice barrel things to put the oil in.
And Neil! Not exactly.
Announces Assen whenever she phones. Oh, Neil. Oh, Neil. Oh, Neil!
That's the voice of Roma Jones.
One is single, one is not. Yet how can this be true?
Because if between them you count the weddings, the total comes to 2.
John's been here so very long, though some would wonder how.
If you ask Neil how long it's been, he'll say, what time's it now?
So where Neil lacks staying power, he's very quick to quit. John has, well, what can I say?
A resilience to shit?
Both had dealings with traffic police. Traffic police. I spelt it wrong. Both had dealings with traffic police. One involved the other slight. While Neil spends all his days down there, John stays overnight.
They're both keen paddy divers, weighed down by lead, to swim among the rocks and wrecks on the Red Sea bed.
They impersonate wrecks themselves, lying on a bed. For getting up each day for work is like the raising of the dead.
In the race every day, shaving on the run, hair still a tangled mess, neckties still undone.
But they can never beat Mubarak, no matter what they do, because he likes to lie in bed, and on the timesheet too. Parochial joke.
Neil likes open spaces to run among the rocks and escape the claustrophobia of his office cardboard box.
While John is more an indoor man, but he keeps from getting fat by walking miles up and down the aisles of Safeway and Sarawak.
Away you tell him. Whereas Neil likes mountain climbing, because he likes to stretch himself,
John's greatest climbing challenge is the Safeway's highest shelf.
Neil's got a patio that no one's seen at all.
While John's got a bar reserved for drinkers 8 feet tall.
I've been there.
you been there, Dougie? That was built for you.
Now, if Neil's patio and John's bar should ever chance to meet,
You'll have a really lovely place that's absolutely obsolete.
right, it's time to say a little bit about Neil in isolation and why he felt the need to submit his resignation. Neil's our short-time champion.
But what about Dick and Bill?
Yeah, but he's the shortest timer who left of his own free will.
Yes, he never really had a chance working with HD, and following the confrontation, he became the office refugee.
Well, all our desks moved around a bit, but none more so than Neil's. His was fitted with a pull wheel and a pair of caster wheels.
And he caused so much confusion, though his parents are to blame, because no one really knew quite how to pronounce his bloody name. Is it Nile, as in the river, or is it Neil, as in the prayer?
Hisham said nil, as in 0, but that was hardly fair.
And he spent so long across the street, it's easy to see.
Why, even I thought Neil worked for DSR&D.
Don't know what you're laughing at. Now, turn to the retail trade and really make a meal of the obsessive window shopping of Mr. John O.
You see, most men dislike shopping. Fellas, ain't it true?
Absolutely.
But shopping is John's hobby. It's his favourite thing to do.
John even learnt karate, but not to maim or kill. He views a Mawashi Geri as an extra bargaining skill.
You see, John came here as a single guy, but he's more the marrying type, because he's concerned with the price of beans and whether fruit is ripe.
You see, all the other single guys drank and brewed up beer, while John preferred a shopping trip down at Mecca.
But then John soon realised he should take stock of his life, so off he went on a shopping trip, this time for a wife.
He set his sights on a Catholic girl, one who always goes to Mass. But being Irish, he married Hassan, a Turkish Muslim lass.
But still she was the perfect choice. The perfect choice. One of the real Turkish delights. And though not a Catholic, she could get cheapy flights.
Now we know.
When John first befriended her, he didn't lure her into bed. He wanted something exciting, so he took her shopping instead.
To propose, most guys get the girl alone in their apartment. John proposed to Aston in the Safeway meat department.
She of course accepted, so John ordered up a joint.
John?
Of meat. So John ordered up a joint. But enough of this. We're in danger of labouring the point.
Right, have we covered everything? Let's run down the...
Oh.
It's not blue, is it?
No.
I said a white line. I said a white line.
So, quick.
Right, have we covered everything?
Well, let's run down the list.
Dejected. Oh.
Go on, do it again. Right, now, have we covered everything?
Well, let's run down the list.
Yes! We've said how he likes to shop while the rest of us get pissed.
Oh, we haven't mentioned the leasing section, or the rowdy guys at work.
Or why John and Aston took that journey to Falkirk.
And what about Aston's bridesmaid? Ghoulies was her name.
Oh, that reminds me of the karate kick that left poor John quite lame.
Have we mentioned what the P stands for in John's middle name?
Yes, we've got to do that one. It's our favourite little game.
It could be P for purchase of pounds when his paycheck is cashed.
Or it could be P for panic when the stock market crashed.
We've said how long he's been here, and by way of solid proof, he's outlived his brand new Datsun.
Yeah, because now it's on the roof. We've mentioned his lovely Turkish wife.
Oh, and there's your British relations.
Oh, he's an Irish-American Bostonian.
God, he's his own United Nations. Oh, God, there's more.
Did we mention the coral stings when he's diving in the blue?
Or the bill that really stung him. Just leaving blue. You haven't forgiven me for that, have you?
We've mentioned his timekeeping and that night in jail he lay.
Yeah, I remember that incident. He was late for work the next day.
Did we mention he's a movie buff? That he knows every single star?
Or that you need a pair of stilts if you want to reach his bar.
Right! We've mentioned everything.
Steve! Steve! Bring the prezzies in.
These are from the whole department. All 5 of us chipped in. And here come the prezzies. On their way up. I wish you'd written the verse to cover this one up.
Right. Come on up, Neil and John. We've got some things. We've got some things for you. The old hand gets 3 prezzies. The short timer, he gets 2. John.
Chris, thank you very much indeed.
Oh, he's got a big one and he's got a little one.
It's made out of a Pepsi tin. Always wanted one. Lovely, look at that.
5 years,
Terrific.
1 year.
5 years, 1 year. More oil than I did.
Okay, well,
Thank you very much, Chris.
we're not too sure who these are. You might have got the wrong one. That little devil dancing makes me realize there's a little spot of mischief in... Oh.
Right. What, you mean you're really lovely people and we really will miss you?
Yeah, that sort of thing.
No, let's make this the end. Let's raise a glass to Neil and John.
Siddiqui. It means friend.